What's up, guys? Welcome back to SV Astro channel. So guys, today we'll be going to discuss one chart which I would say, like, we'll do one horoscope analysis today. Why I want to do this video is because I want to show you all, guys, like how to read a chart, how to see what's going on in one's life. So this is actually a chart of one person who has consulted me, and I want to show what actually how the planets are placed in horoscope and how the things are going on in his life. So that will give you more idea of how astrology works and how planet works in different houses and what are their aspects and all those things which we have discussed till now. So we'll do this practical examination today. Remaining houses video I will be making pretty soon. So guys, like, if you want to see all my other videos, you can simply type in on YouTube like basics of astrology, or you can simply type in my name Shikhar Vats and you can access all my videos. So guys, let's start with this chart, and slowly I will explain you what the things going on, how this chart looks like, and what exactly going on in this person's life. So this chart look like this. So as you can see, this is number 3 in the ascendant. So that means it's a Gemini ascendant person. Gemini ascendant, why? Because 3 number denotes Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So it is ruled by Mercury. So where this Lord has gone now? It's gone into the 3rd house. 1, 2, 3. So Mercury, the Lord of this, the Lord of ascendant of this horoscope, has gone into the 3rd house. What is 3rd house? I've already explained it to you that 3rd house is our desire, our aim, our willpower, and 3rd house represents our hands, our communication, all these things. So again, now Mercury move into this 3rd house, which is a good thing in this horoscope because Mercury signifies communication and 3rd house also signifies communication. So this person should be good at communication. So now you can see that the 3rd house, what sign it is? This is Leo. And who rules Leo? Sun. Now let's see where Sun is. Sun is sitting in the 4th house. In what sign? 6th sign, which is Virgo. So Virgo rules by Mercury. So now you can see that Mercury is sitting in Sun sign and Sun is sitting in Mercury sign, which is called Parivartan Yoga in astrology, which is a good yoga because one planet is sitting in the other house and other planets is sitting in that planet house. So this is called Parivartan Yoga. Similarly, I want to draw your attention to one more Parivartan Yoga here. Moon is sitting in the 8th house, which is Mars house. And now where is Mars sitting? Mars is sitting in the 2nd house in Moon sign. So this is also a Parivartan Yoga because Moon is sitting in Mars house and Mars is sitting in Moon's house. But this Parivartan Yoga is not that good. Why? Because if you remember, I told you the exaltation and debilitation of the planets. So now Moon here is debilitated. Why? Because Moon always gets debilitated in the sign of Scorpio. And what about Mars? So Mars is also debilitated. Why? Because Mars gets debilitated in the sign of Cancer. That we have already discussed in our video about debilitation and exaltation of the planets. So now these two planets are debilitated in this horoscope. So this Parivartan Yoga is not that good like this Parivartan Yoga. So what is happening here? Mars is debilitated, Moon is debilitated. So what does this show? What is Moon? Moon is our mental state, Moon is our mental stability, Moon is our anxiety, Moon represents depression in one's life. So here Moon gets debilitated. So all these things become weak. Now person is weak by mind. So he may be thinking some useless things or maybe negative things and going into sometime anxiety or depression. That could happen. What about Mars? Mars is also debilitated. And what is Mars? Mars is again our aim, our desire, our energy, our willpower. So willpower is getting weak in this horoscope. Also, if you remember in our 3rd house astrology video, what we have discussed that whenever we have to analyze the 3rd house in person's horoscope, we have to look in the 3rd house, planet sitting in the 3rd house and Mars. which is very important. So Mars here gets debilitated. So that's why third house being strong, because third house Mercury is sitting there in a good sign, having a Parivartan Yoga with Sun, but Mars is debilitated. That is why the third house is not that strong now. So person has not that willpower which he should have. So what does that mean? That person always dreaming big but not doing those efforts to achieve that aim. So this is what is represented in this horoscope. Also, if you remember in the second house astrology video, what is second house? Second house is about our family, about our speech, about our face. So now debilitated moon is sitting here, sorry, Mars is sitting here. What it can give? It can give bad speech, maybe a harsh speech, can give problems with teeth or maybe with face problems. So that is what all is represented by a debilitated Mars sitting here. Now one more thing here in this chart which I want to explain you is the Kendrapati dosha. What is Kendrapati dosha? So Kendrapati dosha is in any horoscope if a planet is ruling two angular houses. What are angular houses? I already told you that 1, 4, 7, 10 are angular houses. So now here you can see that Jupiter is ruling 9. This 9, that means 7th house and the 10th house, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. So Jupiter is now ruling in this chart the 7th house and the 10th house. So Jupiter is ruling two angular houses in this horoscope, but again Jupiter is not the ascendant lord. So if a planet rules two angular houses in a horoscope and that planet is not the ascendant lord of that horoscope, this forms a Kendrapati dosha, which is not good for the horoscope, which actually weakens the horoscope. So this is again a negative of this horoscope. Now let us discuss one more thing about the education. So I have not made the video on the 5th house, but what is 5th house? 5th house represents our education. 5th house represents our self-creative expressions. 5th house represents speculations. 5th house represents sports, betting and all those things. So now you can see the 5th house. Who is ruling 5th house? 7, that is Libra. Venus is ruling your 5th house, and Venus is sitting with debilitated Mars. And also you can see, if you remember the aspects video, Mars with its 4th aspect, 1, 2, 3, 4, is looking straight into this house, that is the house of education. So this means that debilitated Mars is looking here and the lord of this house is sitting with debilitated Mars. That means it will give some problems in your education. Also one more thing here to notice is that right now this person is going under the Sadesati. Why? Because Saturn is transiting the sign of Scorpio, and he has his moon in Scorpio, which shows that person is going under a period of Sadesati, which also makes person weak by mind. He thinks too much but very less actions and efforts. So this is also not good for education. So right now this period for this person is not good for his education. Okay, now let us come to one other thing in this horoscope. As you can see that in the 4th house, we have already discussed about 4th house. 4th house is your mother's house. 4th house is your comforts, your luxuries, your vehicles. All these things are represented by 4th house. So in the 4th house, Sun and Rahu is sitting together. In astrology, if Rahu is sitting with Sun or Moon, it forms eclipse, which is called Grihan dosha in astrology. So here in this 4th house, Rahu sitting with Sun forming a Grihan dosha, which means, what is Sun? Sun represents our fatherly like figures. So it can be said that this person is not having very good relationship with his father, or father is not performing a fatherly role in his life. That is because of this Grihan dosha. Also in his 10th house, which is the house of career, Saturn is sitting with Ketu. If Ketu sits with any planet, makes that planet weak and also makes that house weak. So Saturn sitting with Ketu also is not good in this chart. And you can see that with our, if you remember with our aspects video, these two planets are aspecting this house and these two planets are aspecting this house. So this is a two-way aspect, and which is very, very bad. Why? Because Sun and Rahu forming a Grahan Dosh is aspecting Saturn and Ketu in the career house, and Saturn and Ketu again aspecting Sun and Rahu, which is not good because Saturn is an enemy of Sun. So again, all these things are creating confusion in this person's life, and he is not doing good in his education, towards his career. So these things are going very bad in these horoscopes. In this horoscope, sorry. So guys, this is my little interpretation about the planets and the houses sitting in this horoscope. What planet is doing in what planning is doing what in this house, and what are the different yogas. So what we have discussed today is the concept of Parivartan Yoga, the concept of Kendrapati Dosha, and the concept of Grahan Dosha. So these are the little concepts which we have discussed in this horoscope. So in my coming videos, I'll take one horoscope and I'll show you what other yogas are there in horoscope, in astrology, and how we can see them. Will they have good effect? Will they have bad effect in one's life? In similar way, you can learn from all these yogas and all these videos which I'll be making with taking this horoscope analysis example. So this will help you in understanding the astrology more and more and in a better way. So guys, if you like my video, just click on the like button. Also, you can subscribe to my channel for more information and the latest videos on astrology from me. And whatever are your questions, you can just simply put on your comments and I'll try to answer them as correctly as possible. Also, if you want to get your horoscope analyzed, you can email it to me on my email address shikhar.vats@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So guys, see you all. Take care. Bye bye.